as promised, here is my packing video for my Be Right Back in the Dream World print 10-year edition collaboration between Tokidoki for Hello Kitty by Jujubee. I've been using this bag for the past few weeks, ever since the launch. I was lucky enough to get it on launch day. But shipping took a little while. I'm here in Canada, so I'm sort of representing Canadian parents out there, trying to find the same sort of products, the availability and distribution, and all the different kinds of brands that we have over here. So I will start with the outside of the bag. We do have a passy pod. We usually have a pacifier in here for emergencies. Say, for example, he's getting a little fussy and we're on our way home, or he's tired, what have you. It does come in handy. I do keep his sippy cup on this side, the same side as Rudolph here, Bath & Body Works. On the other side, I have my cell bottle. And I'll go right into the change pad pocket. I don't keep the change pad in here. Instead, I have a busy bag. This little guy opens up. He sort of talks. He has a car living in here, a train. There is a tape measure that we keep in here too, because my son is obsessed with them. And also note that this bag is one giant long zipper, which is really neat. So that's a toy within itself. And mittens. As I mentioned, we're here in Canada, so it's starting to get a little bit chilly. This is a little hook that, let's face it, if the hook's broken on the back of the washroom door, or if it's non-existent, you've got this if you want to put it on a table, or if you want to use it as another toy or distraction for your little one. And then I have a Jujubee mesh shuttle. Inside here, I have a little notepad, some Crayola dry erase crayons, and a Leap Pad wipeable activity booklet. I use the dry erase too if we're going to color on paper or anything. I don't see the need to keep a separate pack of crayons. They work just as well. Play pack. We got a Christmas coloring book, Seeing Santa. And then I like to include some activity sheets for the time of year, the season, or the holiday. And I've got some stickers. Going on to the top of the bag in this handy pocket. I love having this one here. And of course, I'm going to keep some wipes in here because that's what you need at the moment, as quick as you can. They're going to get ice cream all over everything. So this one, I keep boogie wipes. I usually split the pack up and keep it flat. I use this for everything, wiping hands, wiping runny noses, messes, you name it. My son has sensitive skin, so I like the saline solution in these. And for our diapering needs, we also use the water wipe. I find that really gentle, and he doesn't have a reaction. Some wet ones, antibacterial for any kind of messy table you want to clean up. And I usually keep, wherever we go, I'll just keep some of the napkins there. Obviously, we've been to some festive sort of gatherings. So I do find it handy to keep napkins in there as well. On to the front of the bag. So I keep in here boogie wipes, Kleenex, and some emergency stickers. If he's upset, he needs distraction, I'll bust these guys out. I also used this on a little girl the other day that we encountered. She was pretty upset, and I think it was Elsa cheered her up. That made me feel good. In the tech pocket, I keep my phone when I'm not recording on it, and then an emergency sort of chapstick just within reach in the mommy pocket. First Lady small set piece, just has feminine products. In my Queen of the Nile small set piece, I have a couple of sets of headphones. I have the adapter for my LifeProof case for the headphones. In here, I also keep my charging stick and my charging cord, which I'm actually currently charging with. But I tie the cord up in such a way that it sits on top. It doesn't get all jumbled up. I've just found it a lot more convenient that way. And then I put the charging stick at the bottom. It just sits well. Actually, I'll see. Just bear with me one second. So this is what I'm talking about. So I'll set this on the bottom and then I'll put that on top. And it just sits in the set piece like that so beautifully. And then when it's time to charge, I can just whip the sucker out real quick and, oh, excuse me, sorry. Charge it up. There we go. Good to go. So again, I found that quite useful. Then I just have my keys on a Dream World short strap. In here, I usually keep my inhaler in here, but I haven't been doing that because I've been carrying a Quick, so I can usually keep it in there. Now I've put a Unikiki coin purse in here. And I just have like emergency, you know, my husband's always asking me for mints. My son, if he's, you know, having a meltdown moment, I'll just give him a lollipop. And, you know, when they're having that meltdown moment, you just want to grab something quick, so that's why it's attached to the lanyard. And then in the sunglasses case, I have a pencil. Now, I keep pencils instead of pens because, number one, I'm worried about the pens leaking. And number two, it was a tip from my dad. Pens can run out. Pencils don't. So your pencil's always going to be ready. Foaming hand sanitizer, Baby Organics. Roll-on perfume. Hand sanitizer, hand lotion, lip gloss, and spritz, perfume spritz. And that's everything in the sunglasses case. On the very bottom is a long mesh pocket. In this pocket, I keep hair accessories. My son has somewhat unruly hair, especially going into the colder months. He's wearing hats. As soon as you take off the hat, it looks like you haven't brushed his hair for weeks. So I like to keep a travel brush for that. Here's just my hair accessories. I like to keep my bobby pins, and then I just put some elastics on the same package. I found that convenient. And then for my son's hair, this is the Honest Company leave-in conditioner. This is what I use to tame his flyaways. And that's everything in the mommy pocket onto the main part of the bag. Now, after using this, what I've noticed is the zippers go all the way down. I love the fact that they go past the bottom of the bag, past the side of the bag to the bottom, because when you're folding this piece open, the flap open, it really helps access the bag. However, when you're out on the go, you don't want to go past that corner because it's really difficult to just, get it back up. So that works for you in different ways, and then it works against you in other ways. So I just thought I'd point that out. As well as, I know my snack tower is on this side. So if I need to get the snack tower, I'm only going to open the one side to access it. Super handy. So onto the big part of the bag. I'll zip it all the way. And first I'll go with what's in the flap. I have my eyeglasses case. I got this from Italy. I'll never let it go. So there's my glasses. And I also keep in here some pre-moistened lens cleaner cloths. Because let's face it, when you're about to wear your glasses, if they need cleaning or not, just do it right then and there. I have some socks for mommy, and I have some socks for my son if we go to an indoor play place. And then right in the front, I have the Sugar Snap Files, Diapers and Wipes. In this, I have Huggies Clutch and Clean with water wipes in it. Travel potty seat. My son is 3, we're potty training. Emergency diaper, Pampers, size 6. He's still wearing diapers. We're not at the point of wearing underwear yet. Munchkin's disposable change pad. And then we have a toilet seat cover. Dustin. I carry this with me. It's, they call it a magic towel. It's just a hand towel. So if the dryer's too scary, like those Dyson ones that sound like, you know, a jet's taking off in the bathroom, he freaks out. So we have to use this, or if they have no towels or dryers at all. And then doggy bags for those stinky diapers. And then we have hand sanitizer and Post-its. I put these on the automatic flusher because, you know, he's concentrating. Potty training is a big deal, so we don't want any distractions. And then we have the Quick. Now I'll just note too that the Sugar Snap File sort of sits on top of this change of clothes here, and then the Quick is right behind, so I can access it quite easily. I found that that's worked well for us. So in the Quick, I'll just show you my placement as well. I'm really happy with all the pieces I received. I use the long strap with it. I've been using this crossbody either when I'm wearing the bag or someone else is wearing the bag, or I'm just going into a store quick. I found it useful to just have this right at my fingertips. So in here, here's my inhaler, some gum, full-size wallet. Attached to the Quick strap, I have my coin purse and some chapstick. Moving on, again, those change of clothes. And I will show you how I roll it because I find that quite helpful, especially when dealing with larger clothing. So I've got it in a Ziploc. Anything dirty can just go right back into this bag. So my 3-year-old is a giant. And we have, I've just rolled it like this. I've sort of folded it all together, put the socks in, and just rolled it tight. And then put it in the Ziploc like that. So I'll show you, he's in a, this is an Old Navy 4T. Everything's Old Navy in this bag. 5 toddler socks. And then 5T pants. My Anno Baby snack tower is usually right here. So even with the clothes there, the Sugar Snap Files here, it can go up to 5 tier, which it usually does, especially for the weekend. The weekend, this is jam-packed full of snacks. My son is obsessed with snacking. As soon as we leave the house, we could have just eaten. He's got to have some snacks. So usually for the 5 tier, what I'll do, pretzels, goldfish, yogurt yums or yogurt melts. I'll have some nuts for Dad and I. So say example, pistachios, almonds, walnuts. And then he's obsessed with Earth's Best cookies at the moment too. So I'll include that. I'll do a packing video at the weekend, like a weekend bag edition, just to show you how many snacks I'm dealing with and how much I have to pack. So this is the other snack bag. I've used a Travel On medium packing cube. So I've got 3 bags of Yum Earth Organics gummy bears. I've got Mum snacks. I've got some yogurt raisins. I have the cashew granola quinoa with, there's 2 bars in here, so I've included an Itsy Ritzy snack bag. If he doesn't eat the other bar, or my husband doesn't, or I don't, then I'll store the other bar in here. I actually learned that tip from Miss Mommy of 3. I'll include her link below. You guys all have awesome tips, great packing videos. I watch you all. Here is some toothpicks and the Silly Kids. If you put it on the, you know, for not so kid-friendly restaurants, turn any cup into a sippy cup. That's come in handy a couple times. And then in the pouch back here, I have a table topper, I have a disposable bib, and I have 2 Bath & Body Works antibacterial hand towelettes. And then last but not least, my second Travel-On cube in the small size. I have my Dream World small set piece. I also said in my last video that I would show you my set. So here's the medium. I've used my First Lady short strap on there. And then the large. Queen of the Nile short strap. So moving on, this is my med kit. So in this little pouch, I keep my Graco travel thermometer. I actually had to use this the other day. Unfortunately, my son had a temperature of 104. The battery was no longer working. I had to go and purchase more batteries. The pack that I got was a pack of 3. So what I intend to do, I put the fresh battery in here. I have 2 other new batteries. I'm going to put them in here too, along with some wipes. This is the thermometer that, ear thermometer you just wipe. So I plan to put in some wipes here too, just so it's all convenient and in one spot. I also have some Tylenol. I've also included Advil in here, some allergy medication. My husband has severe allergies, and gravel, other stuff like that. Hand sanitizer. I know it looks like I'm obsessed. I swear I'm not. And I know if anyone's going to understand, this crowd will. I keep this anywhere you're going to need to have clean hands. So say you take this out to go address somebody's problem. Before you clean the wound, you can have clean hands. Same with my sugar snap file for diapering needs. There's one in there too, because let's face it, you're taking care of diapers, you're going to want one in there as well. I also have rubber gloves. And if somebody's got a boo-boo, they're going to want a lollipop. And in the back here, I've placed this just so, in an emergency, I know where everything is, the way I've layered it. At the very front, I have scissors. And then on the right-hand side, I have nail clippers, a nail file. On the left side, I have Hydrosense saline solution. Another handy thing to do with this is if you've got a wound that has debris in it, gravel, what have you, dirt, you can spray this on the wound to just sort of push out some of the debris. And at the very front, I'll just take all of this out so it's easier to see. So this is as it was, sitting in there. At the very front, I have character band-aids. And then I have a small gauze pad. Behind that, I have regular band-aids. There's also at the back a waterproof one. And then a large gauze pad. I have some stickers. They're the same stickers because I just restocked my stickers in here. I have a Be Cool fever cloth. We actually had to use one of these the other day. And then we have, I used to keep Benadryl I have a med kit in my car and in my bag. I used to keep liquid Benadryl in there. And I was at Shoppers Drug Mart, that's a Canadian pharmacy out here. Spoke with a pharmacist there, and she recommended using these It's the Life brand equivalent to Benadryl. And she gave me the correct dosage for my son in case of an emergency. And after that, I have a sting relief pad. I have 2 hydrocortisone packets. And I have a burn gel and burn cream. And I have this splinter out. This is amazing. I used it in the summertime. Got these off Amazon. I highly recommend them. It was like so easy to get that splinter out. So that is everything for my Dream World Be Right Back. My first time with a Be Right Back. I'm very impressed. And as with the other bag I was mentioning earlier, this bag acts as a distraction too for my son. Any of the Toki prints or Hello Kitty is just going to be a game. You know, we're waiting for something. I can ask him to point out where every character is, or, you know, find the duck, find the lollipop, all the way around. He can just, it's like finding Waldo on a bag. It's fantastic. So that's my packing video. If you have any questions, comments, we'd love to hear from you. And we'll see you next time.